Everybody, good morning. This is Ulancy Peterson. It is Sunday, July 9th, 2017. It is now 10:44 in the morning. I have been up since 4 a.m. and I am going to pull a 24-hour shift. I will do that with the assistance of a couple of naps and with good old 5-hour energy. It works great for me. I've had no issues with it. I've been using the product for quite a while, and only issue with 5-hour energy, it is nasty. Oh my God, it is so nasty. But it works great. Hey, you know, whatever, how you feel about it, it works for me. All right, so one of my subscribers, he told me that I made no mention of my experience with Lyft Premier and Lyft Lux. I decided to create this specific video addressing Lyft Premier and Lyft Lux, giving my experience with that platform here in Los Angeles, California. This is one of the markets where Lyft Lux is actually offered, and my car qualifies for both Lyft Lux and Lyft Premier. Now, here's the interesting thing about Lyft Premier. When I first signed up for Lyft, I had my Chevy Cruze, but I really didn't drive much on that platform. And then what I did was, when I got the BMW, I put the car on Lyft Premier when it first came out. But I was also given the option to have it where I could receive Lyft Premier only calls. So they gave me two what is it they gave me? They gave me two profiles. That's it. They gave me two different profiles. One was where I captured every request that the vehicle qualified for. So I would get requests for Lyft Line, Lyft Classic Lyft, and Lyft Premier. And then I had one where it was just Lyft Premier only. So when things started improving for me with Uber, I stopped using Lyft, and it extended to a while to where Lyft, they took out the Lyft Premier profile that I had, so I couldn't select Premier only calls anymore. I could do all the vehicles. So when I got back onto Lyft and I just saw the one car there, I'm like, okay, well, my car qualifies for everything: Lyft Line, Lyft Classic, Lyft Premier, and Lyft Lux. So I turned it on and I said, you know what, I'm gonna do Lyft for 2 days. That's what I did. I did it for 2 days to maximize my opportunity to make money with it. And I figured, okay, you know, I'll do all right. During the time that I had the car on Lyft for 2 days, I received 0 calls on Lyft Premier and 0 calls for Lyft Lux. I'm optimistic. I'm an optimistic guy. I am. But the reality is, I receive no business from Lyft. Combining that with the failing revenue I'm receiving from Uber, it's not working. I tell you this: I'm thankful that the car I have has a TCP on it, because I can get private clients that way. So I have a way out with this whole scenario. I'm not dead in the water. There are various countermeasures I will take in order to ensure that ultimately I generate the revenue necessary to keep this vehicle, because letting go of this car is not an option, especially when I know that I can generate good revenue with the vehicle. My mistake was I became reliant on Uber, and I should have developed this plan well before I got into the situation I'm in right now. So, as a brief recap, UberSELECT, Uber Black, Uber Lux, the calls are dwindling. However, I did do an update on the app, and I've been receiving some amazing calls this morning. I just drove a client from Topanga to Beverly Hills. That trip took 40 minutes. That trip was $56.86. That was a good trip. But the thing was, with the app issues they were having the other day, I would have never received that app any other way. So I think what, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, just issues with the app, because it coincided with the tipping option becoming active. And speaking of which, I've already received 4 tips from the app. So why Uber wanted to wait this long to deny drivers and customers the ability to receive and contribute tips, give tips, I don't get it. But it's telling when you don't even have to wait 24 hours for the change to happen, and customers are giving you tips. That alone speaks to the desire of the customers wanting to give tips to their drivers. So maybe that's something that will actually help turn the tide for Uber, and it says, you know what, we need to change the relationship we have with both our customers and our drivers, and the tipping will actually help in that regard. All right, so that's my follow-up video for my experience with Lyft Premier and with Lyft Lux, and I hope that helps you understand where I'm coming from. It has been a complete goose egg for me. But hey, I'm gonna still use it anyway. I like the app. I like the sounds it makes, and I have a dedicated phone for it, so I can work it back and forth. But while I was on Lyft, 80% of my rides were Lyft Line. So yeah, a lot of when I go on board Lyft, here's the deal. A lot of folk are gonna be lucky, because I pull up in this. It's like you know those videos where people think they're getting a Prius and a Lamborghini shows up? Well, guess what? That's what I'm doing, but I'm in a BMW instead. A BMW 740. It's the look and the feeling, and then when they get the water and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, hey, I'm having fun with it. I might as well. I might be struggling, but I'm in a BMW. All right, take care, and I will catch you next time.